The ACC's future seems bleak, both Clemson and Florida State sticking around at least for now, thanks to the new revenue distribution strategy. That's huge because those two and SMU are the only three teams from the conference to ever make the college football playoff. The ACC must make more strides so that they can keep up as best as possible with the Big Ten and the SEC. Dabo Swinney's team is loaded, with sights set past an ACC title and firmly on a national championship. Cade Klubnik returns at quarterback, and the Tigers have a few first-round draft-worthy defenders in TJ Parker, Peter Woods, and Avion Terrell. As long as the defensive unit improves from last year, Clemson will finally be back in national contending form, a place they haven't really been at ever since the COVID season. And I'm betting that defense will gel as time goes on. Miami and SMU were flirting around the college football playoff bubble all last year, and both should be competitive again this year. Both are loaded in the transfer portal, and Miami acquired Carson Beck from Georgia, a nice successor to Cameron Ward. The past 2 years, they've had dismal finishes, but I think the third time's a charm, especially with Mario Cristobal's head coaching seat getting hotter and hotter. SMU bolstered their defense with much-needed transfers, with their offense looking to continue to click under quarterback Kevin Jennings. Despite 2 straight 11-win seasons, this year's schedule appears to be more difficult, so we'll see how the Mustangs handle it in their second year playing in the Power Conference slate. Behind them, I have Louisville at 9-3 and Florida State a game back. All 4 of Louisville's losses last year were by 1 score, and Jeff Brom brings in a ton of new transfers to increase their depth. Quarterback Miller Moss needs to be more consistent, something he lacked at USC, in order for Louisville to contend for the ACC championship. Meanwhile, the morale around Florida State appears to be increasing as Mike Norvell revamped the coaching staff around him and helped the team through the Vision of Excellence campaign. However, they only returned 3 starters, none on offense, and all the transfers need to click for the Seminoles to have a nice bounce-back season. Georgia Tech suffered from a difficult schedule and a slew of injuries last year, and they still won 7 games. They returned 10 starters, and the healthy Yellow Jacket team can definitely fly under a bunch of people's radars. Duke returns 13 starters and brings in quarterback Darian Mensah from Tulane, with high hopes for him. Pittsburgh returns 15 starters from a team that started this season 7-0 a year ago. NC State was one of 5 schools with at least 8 wins every year from 2020 to 2023, so the Wolfpack look to return to their winning ways. They have 4 straight wins over in-state rival North Carolina, and it will be interesting to see how Bill Belichick meshes with the college scene. A lot of people are high on North Carolina because of Belichick's track record, but he's unproven in this new NIL and transfer portal era, and I don't think everything will click for the Tar Heels in year 1. Syracuse thrived last year thanks to several high-profile transfers and recruits and going 5-0 in the non-conference, but this year the Orange Man experienced so much roster turnover along with going from one of the nation's easiest schedules in 2024 to one of the hardest in 2025. I also think Virginia Tech can sneak into a bowl with so much postseason experience throughout the program's history, and the return of quarterback Kyron Jones. He just needs to stay healthy, but so many questions exist for the Hokies, along with everyone else at the bottom of the conference.